Hello everybody, welcome back to TML. So I lost another challenge. There's no two ways about it. Just roll the clip.
Flat out 2.
0.
Yeah, that happened. And now, for my punishment, I have to review XCOM, a top-down, strategy-based RTS that isn't really my type of game. Because it's not really my type of game, I talked with the person who issued the challenge, my brother, and we've decided a bit of a compromise. Instead of doing a full-on review of the game, I'm going to read to you my first thoughts. I played the game for about 2 hours and wrote down a lot. Like, a lot. So, without further ado, here are my first thoughts on 1993's XCOM. Hello everybody, welcome back to The Major Loser. Since you last saw me, the big bath... Okay. Hello everybody, welcome back to The Major Losers. Since you last saw me, the big bad wolf huffed and he puffed and he blew away Florida. Today, we are going to be looking at my first thoughts of the 1993 game XCOM, in which you play as Earth's first line of defense against an alien invasion. Now, these first thoughts were all written down as I was playing this game for about 2 hours. My brother was sitting behind me, and I just got into it to see what I could get into it and get out of it. So without further ado, here are my first thoughts on XCOM. Also, Miles, my editor, is in my ear, that's why I have the headphones on. You won't be able to hear him, but he can screw me up at any time. Don't woo. They can't hear you. I'll get you ice cream later, yes. This game is only about 10 megabytes, and it is, at this point, where I don't know what I'm getting myself into. Starts off with a fun little intro video played out almost like a comic book. Don't watch it with the lights off. My god, if you weren't epileptic before. The difficulty levels range from beginner to superhuman, so Superman or Shaggy from Scooby-Doo only. Okay? Swear to god. There's a great little 3D globe to play with, but moving it is a hell of an ordeal. Also, the game starts on January 1st, 1999, the futuristic year. So I had to choose a site for a new base. Didn't know I had to choose a site for a new base. Accidentally chose a site for a new base. Chose somewhere in Southeast Africa, I believe, and just because, I'm going to name it The Rains. Down in Africa. The font is ridiculous. Of course, in the main area, we have fannowing and gaffs. I get that there's a minute pixel difference, but god, it's hard to read. My base is automatically shaped like a, one of my preset soldiers is named Gaston Gaudin. No one kills UFOs like Gaston, or flies ships like Gaston. I set interceptors after my first UFO, and it went interestingly. I have no idea what happened, and some jammin' rock music happened. It was cool. I took that ship down, which apparently the little brother bird in my ear was unfortunate. I don't know why. To paraphrase 007, I thought one less UFO was a good thing. So I also dispatched my Sky Ranger to the other side of the planet with no idea what I was doing. Worried it wouldn't make it home, I quick checked the fuel and it was at 69%. Nice. Built some missile defenses and researched laser weapons. Still, I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing, if I'm doing anything. This is a patient game for patient people. I am not a patient people. I do believe I'm making some fairly solid progress. I have laser pistols now, and I'm working on medkits and laser rifles next. I have missile defenses going, and I've seen a total of 1 UFOs. It's been 22 in-game days, and now as I write this, a new challenger approaches. I got the UFO to crash land and not be destroyed, but it didn't appear on my map. I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to find it, but maybe it's because it's in the middle of the ocean. Whoops. It has now been nearly an in-game month, and as I write this, I realize that these read like a letter home to a missed loved one. Dearest Beatrice, I hope this finds you well. Things are rough here on the front line as I peer through the window with binoculars, searching for UFOs. The General says we may be getting rocks and pebbles to throw at them in the coming months. I miss you and our 17 children dearly, and I hope you are well. Tell my mom Runt is coming home soon. Sincerely, Gaston. P.S. I get to sleep in the tent tonight. P.P.S. Nobody drinks like Gaston, known as kids like Gaston. Finally, some real action. Aliens are terrorizing a place. Step 1. Figure out how to get there. My brother behind me just said words that scare me. I really don't know what this means or how I feel about this. But he said, if this turns out right, you'll have the true first experience. Oh boy. I arrived at the site of the alien terrorization area just to find the most hideous, most gruesome outcome I could ever possibly imagine. One of the worst things I think I've ever seen. Even through the game's 32-bit graphics, it will keep me asleep tonight, and it will shake me to my very core. The game crashed. Or so we thought. We sat on a black screen for roughly 5 minutes, only to be met with a UFO not recovered screen. And I have now officially broke the game. My brother, sitting behind me, is currently yelling, "How? How did you break my game? How? I'm scared, please send assistance. My phone number is 5. Send help. Get me the hell out of here, please." I also have somehow lost roughly 4 soldiers and have absolutely no idea how I've done this. But I am sad to announce we've officially lost Gaston Gaudit. Nobody dies like Gaston. Except for the other 3 who completely vanished as well. I got my monthly report though. I officially lasted a month. However, I somehow managed to piss off Russia, France, Italy, Japan, Brazil, Australia, Nigeria, South Africa, and Canada, having all reduced my funding. And to that I say, wait, I'm in South Africa. I also got the monthly rating of -668, which is apparently okay. And that's not according to Bobby, that's according to the game. There's a big thing in the corner that said, okay! We found a landed UFO in Madagascar, the only thing I've been capable of catching. We have our 3 new soldiers and we are ready to go, provided it doesn't break again. It worked, and I don't like it. I've never been a fan of these kinds of games. Also, of course they landed in a cornfield. Can we get any more cliche here, people? Please. I lost 5 people. A ton of equipment, a ton of morale. Not for the soldiers, but for me. I think I'm done. My first thoughts. I realize once again that I'm not good at nor tend to enjoy top-down turn-based strategy games. They've never really been for me. Not that they're bad or that I don't see the appeal in them, it's just not my kind of thing. With that said, I'm looking forward to playing this game more. If not just to reach a point where I can actually decently play the game, then more so to understand it. The game really thinks you have a guide right next to you, and you're taking notes, so when you don't have a guide and you're just being thrown into it, it's a lot of trial and error. And sometimes that can be fun, but 9 times out of 10, it's just frustrating, and you tend to error more than you trial. I had fun. I mean, past the hilarity of the glitches, I did have fun. Do I think I would have purchased this game for myself at some point? Not in a review or a professional reason? Not really. But I'm glad to have it now. And am I going to return to the reins? Am I gonna, to my 3 soldiers, am I gonna show up, drop an epic speech to an airfield of pilots, and then let them yeet themselves to their death like a scene straight out of Starship Troopers? Possibly. Only time will tell. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, click like, click favorite, click subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you're notified of when we upload. We have some more videos coming out to you real soon, and I really think you guys are going to enjoy them. And I'll see you in the next one.